how a person sometimes, God forbid, he has a lack of parnasa, he's having financial difficulties, and he has to use bitachon also in that situation. So therefore he says that a person cannot think that Hashem maybe forgot about me, or Hashem made a mistake with my parnasa. A person has to know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu brought you to the world at the right time. He ran your life till now. He gave you, the God who gave you yesterday will give you today. And obviously, if Hashem didn't give you right now, it means that is best relied. Hashem knows what is best for me. So therefore, a person has to know that Hashem did not forget about it, did not make a mistake. Therefore, when the earnings of a person is very limited, and amount to nothing more than enough for the basics, for the food, he has to think to himself, the one who arranged for me to eat when I was by my mother, when I had to drink milk from my mother, Hashem made sure that I was taken care of then, when I was a baby. Hashem made it that I got appropriate milk, appropriate amount of food when I was a baby. I got what I needed every day. And then Hashem changed it that when I weaned off my mother, and then Hashem brought some other way of food to provide for me. Hashem made it that there was always food in the house to give to me. Therefore what? He says, and I was not harmed. He says, and I wasn't harmed for this that I was drinking milk, and I wasn't harmed by this that they switched my food to something else. So too now, also to now I have to remember I will not be harmed in the slightest form, even if Hashem gives me the limited amounts I have, because this is exactly what I need. And you will be rewarded for saying such a thing. To say, the God who gave me yesterday gives me today, and just like before it wasn't bad for me, so too now it's not bad for me. A person who thinks like that will be rewarded. Just like Hashem said about our forefathers in the desert, over there the person had to go get the man, exactly what they needed for that day, that's what they would get. And Hashem said on them, Yirmiyahu the Navi says, go and claim in the years of Yerushalayim. Ko amar Hashem, so this, Ko amar Adonai zacharti lecha chesed le'oraich ahavat kilulutaych. Hashem said, I recall your kindness of your youth, the love of your bridal days. And what is that? Hashem says, when did you show your love for me? When did you show your trust in me? When you were in the desert and you maintained your bitachon, and I gave you what you needed, and you wouldn't complain, and you accepted it, and you said it's good for me. So therefore, a person has to know that Hashem speaks highly about a person who, even though he gets a limited amount, he realizes from Hashem, he has bitachon, it's from Hashem. Hashem says that's called the love of your bridal days, that is called the kindness of your youth. They write in the note over here that the Vilna Gaon was asked one time to define the word bitachon. And he responded that already it says in King David's Tehillim, chapter 131, Im lo shaviti v'domamti nafshi k'gumor alai imo, k'gumor alai nafshi. He says, I swear that I stilled and quieted my soul like a nursing infant from his mother's side, like a nursing infant is my soul. What does it mean? It means kegamul is like a weaned one, the weaned infant, the one that means that he's removed from his mother. David HaMelech says, I relied on Hashem just like a baby who was fed relies on his mother. He nursed and he's full. He doesn't have to be worried until his next meal. He knows his mother's going to take care of him. So therefore he says, a person has to know that Hashem is our Father in heaven, and just like when you feed a baby, he's full. He's not thinking, where am I going to get my next meal? He knows his mother is going to take care of him. That's how a person has to feel with HaKadosh Baruch Hu also. King David's telling us, just like you trust your mother, just like you trust your father, that's how you have to trust HaKadosh Baruch Hu and realize, don't worry, they gave you before, they'll give you again. So too, if a person's income comes to him through one way and not opposed to the way that you wanted it to come, or in one place as opposed to the place you wanted, right? Sometimes it comes through different ways, through different people. He has to tell himself, Hashem formed me a specific shape. He made me with a certain body. He made me born in a certain place. He made me a certain type of Jew. He made me born in a certain type of community, to certain people. These are my parents. Hashem made me born to these parents more than any other, and not to any other parents. So the person has to know Hashem chose all this on purpose. So too He chose that this is my way, my parnasah is. How many people I know? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a doctor, and then they're not a doctor. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in real estate, and then it's not in real estate. Oh yeah, I'm gonna live in this in this place. No, it ended up being he moved away and he lived somewhere else. Why? Because this is what Hashem wanted, and the person has to say, oh, my life's messed up. Why do I live here? Oh, why my life's messed up? I didn't have the profession I wanted. No, the person has to know that Hashem created you with this body and not the other one, created you to live in this place and not the other place, created you to these parents, to this family, to this last name and not the others, all for good. So also this is for good. Also this is on purpose, and also this is Hashem knows what He's doing, and this all falls under having